What is an iPhone? It's the smartphone that has changed the world. If I was to ask everyone on this earth how they might describe this iconic iPhone, they'll describe it as the following. It's a sleek, shiny slab that just fits in the palm of your hand. So if you're ready, let's jump right into this video. What's up? I'm Mr. Noble. You're watching Mr. Noble TV. So what does the iPhone mean to people all over the world? Do you know there's more than 1.46 active iPhone users worldwide? So that accounts for 21.67% of the world, and there will be 1.56 billion iPhone users globally by the end of 2024. Now, the iPhone, the reason why we love the iPhone is because it's a pocket-sized powerhouse, but yet packs the power of a computer right in your pocket. And with just one tap, I can access a world of information right at my fingertips and capture life's moments in stunning detail. The iPhone is my digital Swiss Army knife, a navigator, a messenger, a creative canvas, and so much more. What does it mean to you? So it's the gateway to endless possibilities right at your fingertips. To me, it's the ultimate companion. It's always there to help me stay organized, entertained, and informed. The iPhone is more than just an iPhone. It's a seamless extension of my digital lifestyle. I can't live without. In my hands, whether it be the right hand or the left hand, the iPhone becomes a endless discoveries. I can explore new places, learn new skills, and unlock new experiences, all from the palm of my hand. This little slab of glass and metal has revolutionized the way I live, work, and play. The iPhone is not just a device. It's a symbol of innovation, connectivity, and the boundless potential of technology for us all. Now, whether you're a tech-savvy enthusiast or just a casual user, the iPhone has become an integral part of the human experience. It's a pocket-sized powerhouse that has truly changed the world. This little small thing. Now, let me ask you a question. Should you risk using an iPhone because you might be scared of getting trapped in the Apple ecosystem and can't get out? Let's go through a list of some things that I know I thought about and I know you probably thought about. Okay, the Apple ecosystem is designed to be tightly integrated and sticky, making it difficult to leave once you become deeply invested into the Apple ecosystem with things like app purchases, the Apple Watch, iMessage, and the iCloud, which creates a hook that makes it hard to switch to any other platform, let alone it be Android or another operating system, which I don't think there's many more than iOS and Android that I would possibly use or you would possibly use. Maybe people on the other side of the world are using all these different operating systems, but I don't tend to use that, and I don't know if you tend to. Let me know down in the comments if you use a different operating system than Android or iOS. So, however, these are some variable alternatives to the Apple ecosystem, such as Google ecosystem with Android and Google services as well with Windows, and also Samsung's ecosystem that also uses Google services, as well as iOS that uses Google services also. These can provide similar functionalities through the integration and may not seem as seamless as iOS or Apple. So users want to be able to mix and match devices and services from different providers to create a more open and flexible setup. But through this may require more effort to maintain. Right now with Apple and the JOD, Apple being sued, um, I like to use my Samsung watch with my iPhone and also my foldable phone. So I use my Apple Watch every once in a while, but mostly I use this one. And I have an app that I actually use because the iPhone won't allow me to use the Samsung Wear app anymore ever since the Samsung Watch 3. And I also can't use Apple's interface or watch interface to connect with my Samsung watch. So I found an app on Android, um, but I can only download it on this watch to be able to connect to the iPhone. And the basic functionalities, they work for me. I mean, because mostly I just use it for is calling and texting, and that's basically it. I try to use music on it, but the only one that really seems to be compatible is Spotify. Now, while the Apple ecosystem has some unique features like CarPlay, um, they're often third party or open source alternatives that can replicate much of the functionality similar to Android Auto. So, in summary, while the Apple ecosystem can be restrictive, it's not an actual inescapable trap. With some effort and willingness, you can adapt to different ecosystems. Users can successfully break free to find other alternatives that might meet their needs. The decision ultimately comes down to weighing the convenience of the Apple ecosystem against the desire for more openness and control. So you might be thinking, what are some ways to avoid getting trapped inside the Apple ecosystem? You could do that by using alternative apps or services instead of relying solely on Apple's apps and services. Use alternatives like Google's ecosystem, Microsoft Office, and web-based tools like Google Apps. This provides more flexibility and more freedom. So a way to do that would be to avoid buying into the Apple products lineup rather than just getting an iPhone, an iPad, a MacBook, an Apple Watch. Try to mix and match devices like I have, and try different providers with an Android phone or an iPhone. Like I use a Windows laptop. I don't have a Mac. I'm still able to use iCloud storage and still access my iPhone straight to my Windows computer. So this prevents you from becoming too deeply invested in the Apple ecosystem. Purchase them from a computer straight from the publisher's website. Or if there's an app that's on the App Store that's also on the Android Play Store, that's what I normally tend to do is I'll purchase apps that are on the iPhone or in the App Store, on Apple's App Store, that are on Android, and I'll purchase them on Android. That way I can do it. I can buy it straight there and it's cheaper, or I can get billed through my T-Mobile service and get it billed straight from T-Mobile. And then I avoid having to pay those extra fees when I buy an app on the App Store, or I use a subscription from the App Store. Now let's talk about repair and upgrading from third-party repair shops and DIY upgrade options, rather than solely relying on Apple's authorized channels or websites. This will give you more control over your devices, and it's more budget friendly for you. So like I said, be willing to switch ecosystems like I do. Apple and Android working together at one time. I use both. So you're not tired and have all these limitations, just being trapped in Apple's ecosystem with all these different Apple devices. Be prepared to transition yourself to, like I said, other ecosystems. Even if it means repurchasing some other devices, smart devices that's out there, because the short-term convenience may be worth the long-term flexibility for you and me. I already started doing it. This is the key to maintaining a diverse technology portfolio and avoid becoming overly dependent on any single ecosystem, just like Apple's. So this gives you more choice, control, and freedom in the long run. That's exactly what I want. So overall, iOS and Android each have their own strengths and tend to cater to different users' preferences and needs. So I want to know what you enjoyed in this video. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. And what's on your wish list for iOS 18 this year, coming in June at the Apple event? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!